to me. So yeah, I really get your point now, like saying like how industries has shifted from like the agricultural revolution पछिको फेजमा where like it was all manufacturing and creating stuff, and now it has shifted to building smart things and making sure that these smart things solves problems. So, but how is that like Futurice is currently implementing that in your company?
Well, maybe before I say that, there are some like real life use cases of making things smart and having improving things. For example, even if it's an e-commerce website, I just saw a statistic that just said, hey, implementing an autocomplete feature that is smart enough to guess what you're typing is going to increase sales maybe by more than 20%. And maybe I've also seen some examples in Finland, where I was reading an article about one of the very small airports in the north of Finland, which is very close to the Santa Claus village there. Maybe it only has like maybe 12 parking spaces for airplanes, but during the peak season in winter, when a lot of tourists are coming there, maybe like more than 60 different planes that is coming in and out, and people have built a smart intelligence system that can just optimize the best parking for the airplanes, and it has kind of reduced the delays that's causing the airport delays by more than 60%. And this can have a lot of different implications in the cost, and maybe if one plane gets delayed, then it can have a ripple effect to many different airplanes. This is just a few of the examples about things what I mean by making things smart. In terms of Futurice itself, some of the projects that we are doing are around maybe construction. Like we have large construction projects that have streaming data coming in, and they collect this data and build a model which can basically predict or kind of guess some anomalies that might happen in different construction phases, so that they can take actions in the correct time before it even happens. These are some of the examples, and also around finding the right expert inside the company. That is one of the other things, and other examples around publishing, creating a great personalized news recommendation for people who comes to the news portal. There are projects around that for one of the biggest newspaper publishing companies in Finland, which has definitely improved customer engagement and retention in the website. And there are also projects around medical image analysis and around big data analysis. A couple of different things like object detection. Yeah, that's what I can remember so far.
Okay, this seems like they're working in many stuffs. That company is working in many stuff. So, but like from this conversation, what I've realized is a very different set of mindset in terms of like how things are implemented. Because when you talked about smart things, I talked about smart products.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talked about smart things, you talked about smart solutions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's, I don't know, but I'm not blaming or anything, but like that's what I've seen in Nepal. Smart is smart products.
Mm-hmm.
We have not seen smart solutions, but in terms of, but Finland being a country with where there are a lot of innovations coming in, like Nokia was started from there, what I've heard, SMS and like 5G, everything was started from Finland.
Also, Linux, yeah, and also Moomin maybe.
Moomin?
Yeah, Moomin's also from Finland.
I always thought Moomin was a Nepali cartoon.
Exactly, I thought the same thing, and I always tell that to my Finnish colleagues. Hey, I always thought, Finnish Mr. Moomin was a Nepalese character because it's dubbed in Nepali, but no, it's actually Finnish.
All right, so not just smart innovations, but they also make entertainment cartoons. Yeah. So I think this is a very different mindset in terms of like what I've seen and what you have seen, in terms of different solutions that smart things can implement.